Hey everyone, it's Miss Kristen here. Last week we talked all about the ordinary time and we asked ourselves a few questions. So our first question was, what have we done since ordinary time has started? Well, ordinary time started on June 1st because Pentecost was May 31st, which is the red season, and then we started right in on ordinary time June 1st and we went all the way to until Advent, which is going to be in the next 4 or 5 weeks or so. So I know for me, what did I do? I did my summer camp, so I got to see a lot of kids. I got to take a little vacation. I got to start school in the fall. I actually am in school again. I'm doing my MBA program, so I'm just like you guys. Did you guys end school in June and have a really fun summer and start school in the fall? So just think about all those things. Now, what could we do during ordinary time to be better Christians? So like we talked about in the other seasons, there's so much going on. Jesus is dying, Jesus is being born, Jesus is being resurrected, Jesus is teaching, and we have to make pies for a fair, we've got to buy presents for family members, we have to be in the pageant. There's a lot going on, and as much as it is fun, we don't always have time to practice our Christianity as much. So this is our time to take Jesus' teaching and carry them out in our everyday lives when we have time. So, what can we do to remember our Christianity a little better? I know especially in times like this where I don't go to church as much, there's not as many church things, sometimes I feel a little out of touch with my Christianity. So one great way to stay in touch with it is I cut out a time in my day or week or month, depending on how much time I have, to actually really think about my faith. I could cut out this time to meditate. I cut out this time just to pray. Praying is such a great thing. Just close the door and be by yourself and talk to God, talk to Jesus, talk to yourself, silently talk inside, and just really get in tune with Christianity and the world around you. Singing hymns and any song really that gets you close to God is such a great way. I love singing for the church, and if anybody here likes to sing for the church, feel free to make a video and send it in, or if you just like to sing in the shower or, while you're walking or just with your friends, that's fine too. Another great thing to do is set some goals, right? When we set a goal for ourselves, instead of just saying, I'll probably do this or I'll probably do that, when we say, I want to see myself do this week, this next week, this the next week, we have a better chance of actually doing those things. So we can set a goal, like do one nice thing for somebody a day, or, or learn a Bible verse every week, right? So every time we set goals for ourselves, we can actually see how our progress is. So during the ordinary time, maybe even on your calendar, set a little goal that you want to do on a specific week or a specific day or a specific month so that you're carrying out your Christian duties. So with that, our activity this week is making liturgical bracelets. I also made one for Pastor Amelia. I am going to be dropping off kits, little liturgical bracelet kits, at your houses today. And then we are going to cut to how to make them in just 1 second so you can follow along and you can make your liturgical bracelet.
In order to start this project, you should have 1 blue bead, 1 pink bead, 2 yellow beads, you should have 4 white beads, you should have 9 green beads, 2 purple beads, and 2 red beads. Now, I put multiple of each for you guys because obviously there's 2 to 3 of you in a household, so make sure you divvy those up correctly. Each bead represents a season and a liturgical calendar. Now, obviously, there's 52 weeks in a year, and we have like 52 little magnets on the little demonstration I showed you, but this is a lot smaller. It's going to fit on our wrist, so I had to break it down. So we start here at Advent. Remember, Advent is light blue. And then I put a light pink here because on the 3rd week of Advent, it's actually pink. So I did 1 bead for blue, 1 bead for pink. Then I put a little space. I tried to tie knots in between each of these, but this is a really hard band to work with, so the knots are really big. So if your band is really loose, I would suggest doing knots. If not, this is fine too. Now I put yellow for Christmas. Remember, yellow or white are kind of interchangeable, so I did yellow for Christmas and white for a little Christmas season, which some people celebrate the Christmas season for more than just 1 week. Now I did 2 green beads for the 8-week ordinary time. And then I did 2 purple beads for Lent and 1 red bead for Holy Week. This is still during the season of Lent, but it is simply 1 week of red within the season of purple. So that's those 6 weeks. Now we have Easter, which I've made yellow, and I made the Easter season white. I did 3 beads for white for 6 weeks of the Easter season, 1 week of just Easter. Now we've got 1 week of Pentecost, that's red, and then I have 7 green beads for that 25-week ordinary time period. And then I tied a little knot. Your parents can help you with this knot if you're having a hard time with it, because like I said, this rope or this band is really, really not flexible, so it can be kind of hard to tie. I kind of had to work with it a little bit. So you just string your beads on, start with your blue, go your pink, you go all the way around, get all your beads on, space them out so that you have each season being represented on its own. Advent season, Christmas season, ordinary time, Lent season, Easter season, Pentecost season, ordinary time again.
Before we sign off, we have one final question that we asked last week, and that was, why is the ordinary time green? What makes this time period green? Well, I believe that ordinary time is green because green represents growing. It represents new growth, which is exactly what we do as Christians in the ordinary time. We grow as Christians because we are practicing our Christianity. And that is why our ordinary time is green. So that's all there is to it. It's pretty simple to make these bracelets, but they're so pretty, they're so fun. And if your bracelet came out really well, please send me a picture or a video. I love to see what you guys are doing at home. So that's it for this week. I'll see you guys next week.